finished the story.
And it's time. It's time for the main event. I know we've given it a name now. Gives it just the weekly pod. It's a bit boring, but yeah, time for the main event. If you don't realise, that's what we call our weekly chat. The main event. How we doing, fellas?
All good. How are you?
So. Bit of news this morning, but we deal with that. We move. But yeah, I'm good. Tired, but good. How are you, Matt?
All good, me, mate. But yeah, all good. I've not been well this weekend. I've been a bit under the weather, and people don't like that, but whatever. People don't like opinions either, by the sounds of things. So, but apart from that, I'm all good.
It'll be a very quiet pod for you then today, isn't it?
No, because I can do whatever I want on YouTube. It's TikTok. I'm not allowed to say anything on.
Yeah.
You know,
Ted, how are you, mate?
gremlins.
I'm all right, mate. I had a rough week last week, but we're on the right side of it. My mental health's feeling a lot better this week. I'm feeling a lot more up and upbeat and happy.
Good stuff. Obviously, we're coming off the back of Bad Blood. We'll have a bit of a chat about that today, amongst some other stuff. But Matt, what have you got for us?
So, what have I got? Nothing major AEW. Obviously, Wrestle Dream this weekend, which will be live for on TikTok and YouTube from 12:45. So catch us there. Gail Kim has casted doubt over wrestling in WWE ever again. Not that I knew she was thinking about it anyway. But she said, I don't think they would have me back as an in-ring performer. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why. I don't know how much they hold grudges or anything like that. She's obviously not known that it's Triple H in charge now, not Vince. We all grow from situations, and I've grown, obviously. I'm 47 years old. I was in my 30s when I eliminated myself from the Battle Royal. So she eliminated herself from a Battle Royal, and then I think Vince fired her from that. Can you imagine doing that? Eliminate yourself from the Battle Royal that you were supposed to win, and going back and going, right, you fired, in a bit. Fucking hell. So yeah, Gail Kim never wrestling again in WWE. Upset. Not bothered.
To be fair, they need to concentrate on new talent, not rehashing old stuff. And I think that was showcased on Raw this week, where they threw together a 10-man tag match, which were probably. John, would you say that was the worst match of the night?
Yeah.
I'd say.
They weren't even that bad.
Xavier Woods was.
No, I think Xavier
Lasted
Woods
5 minutes.
Yeah, but I think it did its job.
Did it?
Yeah.
Made Xavier look fucking poor.
But it gave him that he wouldn't help Jay out. He helped Kofi out. Got Braun Breaker back into the storyline.
Heel turn it did, but I mean, in ring wise, it just made him look like he's nowhere near Jey Uso.
I think that's the way to go with the frustrations that he's going to be frustrations, and everybody around him having to get there and they're all going to be ex-champions, and that's going to be the frustration build up to the full on snap, and he turns on Kofi. But no, I would say, yeah, the women's match was probably the worst. But I enjoyed that too, though, because it had its moments. I enjoyed Raw last night. But yeah, it's Gail Kim. Yeah, it's pointless. Yeah.
She was good in TNA, don't get me wrong. She was great in TNA.
Yeah.
She was good in a short stint in WWE that she had. But
do you want to watch a WrestleMania match between Gail King and Rhea Ripley, or Gail King with Morgan,
Charlotte or Bianca or anyone like that?
Yeah, it's. I didn't. Unfortunately for her, they'll all out wrestle her on a bad day, and on a good day.
Yeah, put against Shayna. Let Shayna break around. So we've got. Sorry.
You woke up and chose violence again. Like,
I'm fine. Don't get me started on you. You can't make you mind who your fucking tribal chief is. So last night on Raw main event, we found out that obviously Gunther made Sammy go to sleep. Not the CM Punk way, in a sleeper hold kind of way. And obviously retained the World Heavyweight title, much to the dismay of the fellas. Well, two of them. I doubt we're bothered who wins. So now it's more or less confirmed that it's Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the Crown Jewel Championship, or whatever they're going to call it. At Crown Jewel, obviously, if you were aware, at Backlash, no, it wasn't. At Bad Blood, Triple H came out and said that champion versus champion, both women's and men's, winner gets the nice, fancy AEW-inspired title.
And sells the soul to the Arabs.
Yeah, if you really wanted to say that, I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm watching the match, so I'm not bothered. It's not my money. Apparently, that match is set in stone. It will be Gunther versus Coda.
Yeah, that's not set in stone.
With that, the women's, however, could change according to, and if we believe what he says, Dave Meltzer. He has said WWE may be Saudi Arabia's 0% chance of changing Gunther versus Coda. They don't put posters up for anything there and do it to swerve you. There's an American pro wrestling mentality, and this poster was up in Saudi Arabia. It's in their publicity. Yes, they publicized the show with the poster before Raw, and once I saw that, I thought there's no chance of Sammy winning. However, Tiffany Stratton holds the Money in the Bank. We know that apparently it's going to be Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan for the Crown Jewel Championship, or whatever you want to call it, the women's version. Apparently WWE are toying with getting Tiffany cashing in on Liv and having Tiffany versus Nia.
So Raw is pre-recorded this week. So it was recorded last night. I'm not going to go into any details of any of the results, but there was a match where there was a segment where Tiff came out to make an announcement for Nia. Rhea came out. They ended up tagging against Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan on next week's Raw.
There you go then.
So it's sort of setting.
Plus,
Tiffany's
Tiffany's partner Ludwig Kaiser is on Raw, so it makes sense for her to switch over.
So yeah, they're putting the thoughts in motion there.
So it looks like it's going to be Tiffany versus Nia for the Crown Jewel Championship, with Tiff probably being the babyface because she's beat Liv.
Yeah.
And Liv's the heel. Crown Jewel, 2nd of November. We will be live. I think it's just me and Ted for that one, innit? Ted, are you live for that? Or is it just me?
Yeah, I'm on that, mate.
We'll set me up a camera. I'll just turn my camera off, mute my mic and stuff, and then once I'm done in work, I'll just slot in. So we'll just have my background on, but I will be in from 7 o'clock onwards.
Vince McMahon documentary has come out, and we all know we're going to do a video about that in February once John's finished watching it. No, it'll be out next week.
It'll be out next week.
However, Janelle Grant, whatever her name is, who has obviously put everything against Vince McMahon and a few other people associated with Vince McMahon, her lawyers have asked WWE and Endeavour if they are serious about Vince McMahon being gone from the company and have zero connections to the company, that would they be willing to release the NDAs of former employees that have been told they can't say nothing. They are forgetting that there's a couple of people on the fucking board that are friends with Vince or are family with Vince, being The Rock and Triple H. Paul Levesque and Dwayne Johnson. Sorry for the people that want me to use proper names. Do you think that will happen? Do you think they'll release the NDAs?
It depends what incriminating evidence it has against potential other people. It'd be my answer to that.
I think it depends how transparent
WWE is.
TKO want to be.
Yeah.
So this will have nothing. No one on the WWE side. This will be an overall board decision. If they want to be shown as transparent and clear that they are totally against everything that has been put against him, they might do it just to be open and transparent. Oh yeah, if Rock's got something to hide, he'll be probably one of the ones fighting it. And
I don't think it's that. I think the fact that he loves Vince, doesn't he? For everything he's done for him and his family.
Yeah, I get that. You can't protect someone forever.
No,
That's the thing.
I agree. But what I'm saying is, I don't think he would. I don't think he'd agree. I think he'd be one of the board members that disagrees with it and says no.
Yeah. But obviously, it'll come down to like a majority vote. And if they're outvoted, unfortunately, I think it'll be whether they want to come across. If TKO want to come across as that like oh look, we don't condone this at all. Yeah, they'll do it. But then it's how damaging is it then to the product
I
of the
think
sport?
it'd be so damaging to WWE if they do it. I think Vince has now put that company into a position where they have to protect it. They have to, just because otherwise it's going to damage WWE.
There's the other side of it as well, though. A court judge could rule that they have to release it. Depending on how deep this goes, a judge could rule as part of the evidence.
If they do that, then obviously they haven't got a choice. But either
Yeah.
way, it'll damage WWE.
Yeah. I don't think they come out. I don't think they come out smelling roses either way. Because I think if they deny it, then the question will be asked then on what you're hiding.
Yeah, or what else are you hiding?
Yeah. What else are you trying to cover up on? Or then if they release it, then it damages some other people. I'm not saying they've got anything to do with it, but Triple H and The Rock and maybe some superstars that we didn't expect to be in that position as well. It is ex-employees too.
Yeah.
It could be people who's retired and left. I reckon this this will have an aftershock across the entire wrestling business.
Definitely.
This will be the Me Too thing, like it was a few years ago.
This will affect AEW superstars that have been WWE guys, the ones that are on working independent scenes, the legends that are retired. This will have a rip, and there'll probably be people out there shits in their pants today, knowing that that's been a request.
Yeah. This is where you think Vince must be thinking to himself, I burnt so many bridges, it is unreal. And I did that to protect myself. And now there was no point in me burning them bridges. And fucking doing all the shit I've done. Do you know what I mean? Fucking fool. Friday night on SmackDown, there was a fatal three-way, I was going to say then. A three-way ladder match for the WWE Tag Team titles. A very good match. Really enjoyed it. We watched it back because I was really unwell Friday and I really didn't want to be on stream. But I did it for you guys. So Dave helped me out in the end. Our mate Dave. Who do you think had heavy influence who won that match? So obviously we know the Bloodline won the match. Storyline wise going forward kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I would have loved for Street Profits at DIY told them. Who do you think had the most influence in who wins that match? We've all been saying
The Rock
has influence. It wasn't The Rock. It was our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, had the power on who was going to win that match. So, according to Ibu of Wrestling purists, never heard of him in my life, Roman has supreme power. His power is so strong, he gets to book other people on SmackDown. This is a total shoot. I was asked 1 week ago, he's winning the tag team ladder match, the Bloodline, Street Profits, DIY. The person in WWE I spoke to said, that's up to Roman. So who won? Roman had influence.
Big point last night at Ted, though. Sorry, yeah. I don't... I'll go back to my thing I pointed out at Ted last night. I don't know if I like that. Because I don't like wrestlers calling shots on matches that they're not in.
I think the only reason he got given it is because of the Bloodline storyline going forward. I think with them holding the tag team titles, it gives it a bit more.
Gives them something
to do.
There's a bit of
gold in there because if Cody's, I don't know what's going to go on with Cody and Kevin Owens after what happened. So just for an example, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but just say it happens. Cody gets took out that match, and we're going to find some way of slotting Jay into it. Just for an example, so Jay's got the Intercontinental title. You've got Jimmy no title, Roman no title. You're going to have to bring somebody else in with no title. Then you're going to have the whole Bloodline with no titles. And yes, I agree, it doesn't need titles as such. But that Bloodline, the new one, looks so weak without any titles. It just looks poor man's Bloodline.
that bloodline needs titles.
Exactly.
But I don't think the storyline needs titles in it. I think the prestige of it all
So I think
carries
that's
itself.
why Roman they gave the Roman the say so because of that. I think from what I've always read, because I'm always on the news sites. Roman doesn't have any influence on any other match. I think it was that match just because of what's going to go ahead in the coming months with War Games. I think that's the only reason. Other than that, we know Rock's got power and Rock says goes. But
Yeah.
Roman wise, I think that was probably, apart from his own story, because it's to do with his own story, is probably why he said that keep it on the bloodline, because they need it. Because apart from Jacob Fatu, what have they got going for them?
Nothing.
They have nothing. You tell me
Yeah.
Solo's the leader, I'd say no, he's not. Jacob is. You tell me Tangaloa and Tamatonga are a good tag team when they're barely defending the titles, I go, nah, fuck off.
Yeah, I said it on the live the other night. They need to take Jacob away from Solo because he's just making him look pathetic each week.
Agreed.
He needs to make him be the one that turns double crossing the lines with Jimmy and Roman. And then we've got 3 there, 3 and 3 so far. But back to what I was saying. I know it was last night when we went live. We had the highlight, the replay of SmackDown on beforehand. Tamaloa watched another thing last night.
On
What
Friday.
did you watch last night?
On Friday, sorry.
Oh.
On Friday.
Oh,
He's
He's the only man in history I've ever seen climb all the way to the top of the ladder, stand on top of the ladder, and undo the clip for the belt hanger instead of undoing the belts.
Oh no, that's what they do now. That's what, because
Really?
they did it. Yeah.
I'll look out for it in the future, but I've
They
never seen anybody do that.
Yeah, they did. They didn't do it at WrestleMania, but I'm sure there's been a few other matches where they take off the actual hanger because it's got both titles on.
Just easy and
That's what
quicker.
Triple H. I know. I think that's Triple
More
H.
fluid, just go.
It
I'm
is. I
off.
think that's what Triple H wants, is to take them both off.
Not standing on
With
top of
the
the
hanger.
friggin' ladder. Doing it.
Well, he did fuck up somewhere else, though. I can't remember exactly where, but he did fuck up somewhere else.
I'm starting to think they're making it part of his gimmick, mate. I really have. There's
And
no
if they
way
do
someone
that,
can
then
box
that
this
bloodline-
much.
If they do that, then that bloodline is really, really fucking poor for them to do that. Says so much about Japanese wrestling, doesn't it? Nothing? Okay. We always complain about Triple H and the 5-card matches at Premium Live event, and we always say it needs to be more. There is a reason why, we did mention it last week, but it has now come out, Sean Ross Sapp, whether you take it, whatever says with a pinch of salt. WWE has several reasons for sticking with 5 matches and a Premium Live event. One key benefit is a significant reduction in costs, as fewer superstars means lower travel expenses. Additionally, wrestlers not booked for these events enjoy an extra day off, which is a rarity considering WWE's busy weekend house shows. However, TKO is planning to scale back on WWE live events in the future. Even with the 5-match format leading to fewer superstars travelling, some still attend the events, even if they're not competing. WWE has incorporated backstage segments to include more talent on the show, sometimes featuring legends, as we saw at Bad Blood. The company has also begun producing packets for younger wrestlers, providing information about legends in attendance, encouraging them to ask questions or seek advice. Sami Zayn has expressed mixed feelings about shorter cards on premium live events. Nevertheless, it's very evident that WWE will not be doing away with 5-match cards on the premium live events anytime soon, so fans will simply have to accept the fact.
It depends, man. I just want the belt. For me, I just want the belts on the fucking line.
Yeah,
I don't even want the belts. I want feuds.
Yeah. Like, for me,
Strowman
versus
and Reed
Bronson,
should have been on that pay-per-view.
Yeah, all day.
That's it. If you're doing that, yeah, we have your feuds that are going on TV on there. But if you're not doing that, you need to have all belts represented.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, so, when's the last time tag team titles were challenged or represented on a pay-per-view?
When was the last time we had a proper feud for some tag belts? Bob. Actually, no, yeah.
Judgment Day.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, they've not been defended on pay-per-view for God
The
knows
women's
how
tag
long.
titles have been defended on pay-per-view more than the actual tag titles.
Yeah. When's the last
Only
time
two
the
sets,
men's? The men's tag team titles are actually, like both of them are on both SmackDown and Raw continuously for each week.
WrestleMania.
It's so poor. I think that doesn't help when you've got two titles across two. With tag titles, you could strip one of them away and have them defend across both, like they do with the women, and it would probably make it a bit more interesting.
I still don't think
tag
they'll
team,
get in the shows.
I probably wouldn't, but having two tag titles with a very not poor.
One show has got a stats tag division, the other one hasn't.
Yeah, and I feel that's the issue. So if you took one of them away or unified them both and made them represent on both shows, it could probably improve it a bit more, especially with the likes of the Multi-City Machine Guns coming in anytime soon. War Raiders return back on Monday.
Yeah.
Another breaking news for you. They are War Raiders as well, Matthew.
Good.
So they're coming back. You've got Multi-City Machine Guns coming. We've got, whenever the contract's done, the Lucha Bros coming. Judgment Day.
What are we talking about on Raw?
I'm just talking in general, tag teams.
Oh, right, so we've got Gallows and Anderson. We've got Waller and Theory. We have DIY. We've got Street Profits. We've got War Raiders. Motor City Machine Guns coming in. Akam and Razor. We've still got the New Day. Technically, they're not broke up yet, so we've still got the New Day.
New Testament, AOP.
Yeah, that's what I said. Razor and Akam. You've got tag teams on SmackDown. Fine, there's no issues with the tag teams on SmackDown. The titles are just not being defended as much, but they are being defended more than the Raw ones. It winds me up that they're on Finn and JD, and with how good Finn is, yet we're not seeing them titles defended. Take them off JD and Finn. Put them onto War Raiders when they return next week, and let the tag team division run on Raw. Start building up tag teams. We've got Otis and Tozawa. We've got the Wyatt Six. We've got American Made as well.
Or even if you don't want to put them on War Raiders in the next couple of weeks, give them a Motor City Machine Gun as soon as they come in.
Well, they're going on SmackDown, aren't they?
Well,
they're on SmackDown, so that's the issue. But what I'm saying, you could give them to American Made. You've got a tag team in Creed and Julius and Brutus there that you've had since NXT days and are brothers, and yet you're not doing fucking anything with them. You were Chad Gable, and now they're just... You didn't even see him last night after building them up. So, it's fucking stupid. The tag team division's poor on Raw.
It is.
SmackDown is great, but it don't get shown enough.
I think that's where if we like I said, unifying them and letting them go across two shows, it'd probably help a bit better.
We did that with the Usos though, and we complained.
Yeah, well that's it.
But that was because they got pulled into the bloodline thing, so it was just the belts were just in a storyline.
But we complained that they were on the Usos, but the Usos had both titles. That's what we complained about. Everyone complained that the Usos had both titles. They were defending them week in, week out on Raw and SmackDown, but we complained that they were on the Usos.
Because they were holding on to them, I think that was overrunning it. But I'm saying unify them, have them defended like the women's, bit more across both shows. And you could do more on pay-per-views where you could have a cross-brand match on pay-per-views.
And NXT as well.
No, NXT.
Come in Survivor Series.
So you could have like a tag team go for the men.
Yeah, come up and do one night shot.
I wouldn't.
Or they go down to NXT and have a match with them.
Just because it makes when they've got their own when they've got their own tag team titles, there's no point in fucking doing that.
But no, it's like you say, having it on Finn, who is got his own person. I know Judgment Day's feuding with Rhea and Priest.
Yeah.
But Finn's then got his own personal feud with Priest. When? At what point is that gonna? Unless you're booking Rhea and Priest to take them off JD and Finn, when's that gonna end? I mean, we've got to wait for that end before then, and then they're gonna feud with somebody else straight away after because they need feuds for that group to be irrelevant on TV.
I'd have Priest and Rhea cost them the titles. against whoever it is.
I don't. But I'm
No,
all
I know,
for Priest and
we
Rhea
want him
Ripley.
to, but then you got the same issue. Then you've got the same issue you got with Finn and JD. Like, you're gonna put them on Priest and Rhea, but like,
I think with them, it opens up a door then of Rhea taking on the men. I think that would
that's fine. But my issue then is, who do you take him off, Priest and Rhea? Who's believable? Because Rhea's just beat Finn, who's a top star.
I think like that you don't that's one of the ones where you book interference where they don't lose them clean.
Yeah.
Where
You book
Finn
shenanigans.
costs them or someone costs them it, so they don't actually lose as in like straight up pinned by the Creed brothers. Somebody gets involved and costs them the win, and then start the storyline with them down the line.
I wanted it at the start. This whole feud with the Judgment Day with Rhea and Priest. I don't want it now. It's coming to an end. It's going to come to an end in the next month at Survivor Series. I reckon it'll come to an end. I don't want it then.
So maybe Priest. I don't think Rhea's done. I think Rhea's going to now. They've had
That's what I
Raquel
mean.
into it.
So
I
at
think
least one of them's going to
longer.
finish. So I don't want it. I did.
I think the Priest side of it all needs to finish because he's literally just feuding with Finn, and now it's not really even Judgment Day, it's Finn. But Rhea's now got Liv and Raquel.
And Dom.
But I want that one to finish as well because I feel like Dom's being wasted as a heel.
Yeah, Dom could be doing
heel?
way.
Dom's been a heel for fucking 3 years.
Yeah, I know, but right now he's like really.
Oh, you mean
heel.
wasted storyline wise?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because he's literally just a lapdog for Liv. He's not really doing much himself right now. Well, you could book him a decent heel run somewhere. Whether that's main roster or NXT again, or
I don't think he needs to do NXT main roster wise. I would do. I'd be all over that.
Yeah, I'm just saying NXT just so
they're all going to get involved with the Wyatts though. So you got the Wyatt stuff coming up. If it is the Judgment Day, they're going after.
What did that flash up on last night?
During Cross and Miz and Truth.
Yeah, I did.
So, which I'm not that asked about
blood,
that.
Considering we're talking about Bad Blood. So, the event as a whole was okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was really good. To do.
Yeah.
For feuds. Sorry, Ted.
The first match was it was a really good pay-per-view. It started off really well. But I'll try. I think I mentioned this last night. I speak to one of the lads in the office, and I couldn't really think about any of the other matches on the card other than the main event. Not the main event, the first match of the night. Other than that, it was a very meh pay-per-view for me.
You can't remember The Rock coming out?
Blocked from his memory. I get what you mean. So if you ask me to talk about how we did it now, I can remember the Hell in a Cell, and I can remember the main event. I can remember little bits, like Dom hanging from the cage with a chain, and how the finish was botched. So it wasn't meant to finish that way.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to finish that early. The referee called for the bell, and it wasn't meant to.
I get why he did it though, because
he's
seen everything. It wasn't like he was knocked out, and he's seen everything, so he has to. You know, because questions
under old regime, that would have just carried on.
Yeah,
which I quite enjoyed that though. Not playing into the mistakes.
I don't know whether I enjoyed it because the match was shit in the end, but I get what you mean. Like in terms of that, we don't normally see that, do we? Because we normally see the ref just pretend he's not seeing it and carry on.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, the ref should have went out at that point to help Dom for some strange reason.
Well, he was dangling from his fucking feet, so he should have gone and helped him. Really. The
fact of the matter is, it's on camera as well. When he went to ref cam, and Rhea's like, "I'm just gonna go do something here." Now he's like,
and then he turned around and went, "Yeah, okay, go for it." What did he say?
He deserves it.
No, he said, what did he say?
You've earned it.
Yeah, you've earned that. Yeah, you've earned that right, or something. And then let's go and do it. And I'm like,
what a time to cut the ref cam. What a time to cut the ref cam.
Yeah, like look here now. You serious?
But yeah, so that's why we should have went out trying to help Dom, and then Raquel came in that way and did it. But I feel like that ending killed that match a little
Well,
bit.
let's talk about the Hell in a Cell first, because that was the first match of the night. So we had CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, in probably the best Hell in a Cell match we've seen since Jay and Roman in 2020. 2020, Jay and Roman.
Yes.
I don't think there's been one since that's been as good. Brutality-wise, it definitely is one of the best since we saw blood properly in the 2000s. Because I don't think we've seen a Hell in a Cell without bloody since. Drew needed 16 staples in his head. Punk
Drew
collapsed,
for a few
bless
weeks.
him. Which was a work.
Old
People
man
were
Phil.
actually being serious, going, "Oh my God, Punk!" No, it was a work. He got told to drop. The referee called it there. Triple H told the ref to tell him to drop. It's been put into the world. The Triple H told the referee there, and then to tell Punk to drop. To act all serious.
Mm.
So, but it was a good match. I know we hate Punk, but it was a very good match between the two. Told a good story. Feuds apparently ended. Whether it will do or not is a different matter.
It's that
It
feud's
feels
gonna
like
be one of
there's
the
something that
on paper
still,
it's finished.
Yeah.
But they're always going to be in
At
each
the
other's
Rumble,
way.
Drew will throw him out, or Punk will throw Drew out or something, and then it'll just kick on again. They'll get it in the Elimination Chamber to face the world champ, but it won't. Them two will face each other at WrestleMania. Punk and Drew will be at WrestleMania. I'll put my life
If it
on
doesn't
now.
happen before, I'll go Punk Steph at Mania.
I'll go Punk Drew at WrestleMania. I just think he'll throw him out of the Rumble. Drew will want revenge, and it'll kick it all off again. And go right at WrestleMania.
Or Punk throws him
match.
out.
Or it could be an I Quit match at WrestleMania. Punk
Punk,
quits.
Punk throws him out, but then Drew stands up on the ropes and drags.
Oh,
Punk
Ethan
over the
Page could
ropes.
throw him out. Go on, Ethan. Love that idea. But no, it's a very good
he
match.
gets thrown out by Ethan Page, and McIntyre mocks him.
Yeah. And then Punk comes in, GTS's him. Fucking Page throws him out, and then Page has got that he eliminated Punk and Drew in the Royal Rumble. That'd be sick. But no, it was a very good match. I really enjoyed it. I would say it was the match of the night, considering the other matches. I think very clear. Brutal. Ryback, my best mate, Ryback. I'll let the others talk about Ryback because I don't want to get in trouble with people. You say, John, take this away with Ryback, please.
You're on YouTube, mate. You're safe.
Oh, am I? Oh, Ryback, the absolute cunt, has turned around and said that he'd never do that to any of his opponents ever. He injured at least 5 of them. He fucking wrestled against.
Yeah, but he never cracked them up and they never had 16 stitches.
He probably did somewhere. We are forgetting it's Ryback. As much as I hate Punk,
Didn't
for
he
what he's
mess
done
up
to Ethan
CM Punk?
Page. Yes, he injured CM Punk's arm, so then CM Punk couldn't wrestle his his WWE title from. Well, it was the November of 2010. No, 2012. He couldn't wrestle then till the February, but Vince made him wrestle at Royal Rumble against Rock, so Rock could win the title. Because then you had Rock and Cena for the title at WrestleMania that year, but he wasn't cleared to wrestle at the Royal Rumble, and Vince made CM Punk wrestle at the Royal Rumble with a broken arm.
I'm basically my violin.
So I'm not asking for a violin. I'm just explaining what happened. And then in the February is when he was actually cleared. So we're talking about Vince before, about how he's very didn't give a shit about people. There's one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like he has injured people. I think did he injure? I'm sure he nearly injured Dean Ambrose. Or Moxley now.
I'm sure he injured Seth as well.
I'm sure he injured Seth. Cena, he was close to injuring.
Yeah, he's not.
He's a knobhead. He's a twat. If you're listening, Ryback, I don't give a shit. You could kick my ass, and I know you can, but as a wrestler, I never really cared about you. To be quite honest with you, I never chanted "feed me more" because I was fat anyway, so I didn't need feeding anymore. Anyway, but no, very good match. The Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, definitely match of the night. Absolutely. I still personally would have liked it last, especially now on reflection.
Okay.
It would have closed the show out a little bit better. But obviously,
I'm
we
talking
got
about
a
The
big ball
Rock
guy.
came back.
As I say, we got a big ball guy wearing
We've not seen
sunglasses.
him since April.
Well, yeah, what? Mr. Worldwide turned up. Mr.
No, Batista
Pitbull.
did.
He let the world know that he can count to 3.
He
It's
did.
good to
He
know
did. He did count to 3. I
Dwayne
was
can
very
count
happy
to
with
3.
him. He could do that.
Well done. Took all the effort. But yeah, and then we had what was the second match of the night?
Nia versus Bailey.
Yes, it was Nia versus Bailey, and probably one of Nia's best matches.
Definitely another good show from Nia. She's in her Kane outfit as well.
Yeah. I'm enjoying Nia as
definitely.
champion.
So have I,
It's a
actually.
good run. It's a good
I feel
run.
like this is the best run she's had as a champion. I know the first time she won the title was at WrestleMania against Alexa Bliss. Was it the first time? When they were doing Don't Be a Bully, Be a Star thing, but Vince was bullying people anyway. And I feel like this run she's on now is her best run. She's got in shape more. She looks better in the ring. She hasn't injured anyone yet. Since she's been
I wonder backstage, did they have on them signs so many days since Nia injured somebody?
Nia injured someone. I said it on the stream. I prefer Nia's run than Bailey's this year. I mean, Bailey's run was poor, and that was down to Charlotte not being there and Bianca being in a tag team. I feel like if Charlotte wasn't injured, then she would have been in a feud with Bailey for the title. And Bianca wasn't in a tag team, she would have faced Jade Cargill and Bianca at some point down the line. Sorry, mate.
You can tell SmackDown are missing Charlotte. They're
missing Charlotte. They're missing Bianca being on her own.
Yeah.
They're missing them too. But no, the probably one of Nia's best matches. They got 15 minutes for it, which is a surprise with Nia. They normally give her 7 or 5. Go on, kill someone. See in a bit. Tiffany came out. Looked like when Nia sat up like Kane in a Kane outfit. She saw.
I was really good that.
It looked like she was giving the briefcase to the referee when the referee just picked it up for her. And then that got Nia going, well, you're going to cash in on me, what the fuck are you doing, kind of thing. So we had that little tease there.
You're teasing me.
Teasing me, teasy. Then we had Priest and Finn. Yep. That's excitement.
I went to the toilet, so I didn't see this match.
Really
honest.
You
did?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be really honest with you. I forgot that happened.
Yeah. See?
How could you forget that? Bad Bunny came back.
Yeah, to be fair, Bad Bunny and Joe Hendry came.
Yeah.
You don't remember?
The beer cat came out of his new manager, Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah.
Hornswoggle, now I remember Hornswoggle came in.
Hornswoggle came out. And came out and he was the manager for JD.
Yeah. Andre returned and challenged Hornswoggle
No,
and Torito.
we didn't say that one. You said that one yesterday on Raw.
Yeah, but because we forgot to mention it when he came back from the toilet.
I don't remember that happening.
I did.
Did I blank at that point?
It's a 2-on-1.
Oh, do you know what? I must have fell asleep for 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2-on-1.
It did seem like Ted went for about an hour.
At Mania. It's booked for Mania, mate, so you don't need to worry it till Mania.
Good. Can't wait. I thought what it would have been for Crown Jewel, to be perfectly honest with you, but that's good for Mania.
No. Crown Jewel, they're already stacked. Andre's taking on
Yokozuna.
Holly Bucks.
Oh, is it? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Goldberg getting involved with someone then. Happy days. We'll get onto Goldberg in a minute.
People, if you're wondering why we're just actually rabbiting on here, Ted went for a leak in the middle of the live stream, so we decided when he come back we just absolutely just random shit. This is all we went on with.
Because before the match he went, I think Bad Bunny's turning up, but then everyone in the ETC and Juicy in the chat were going, Bad Bunny ain't showing up, and he's like, oh, Bad Bunny could show up.
Yeah,
I don't understand where you'd get Bad Bunny filling in it.
So
he did explain it last night. Actually, I asked him that.
Oh, go on.
So, I'm watching the 9 Pictures video. No, that there are in other platforms.
Yeah, don't say the name.
Yeah, and I was watching it, and the way it was explained, I was like,
it's another. Matt looks really confused. I mean, it's just another YouTube channel that does wrestling. So we're not mentioning name because we're the number one. We're number one.
Number one.
We're number one.
Answer.
But yeah, they were saying that Priest hasn't got anyone to come out and help him, and the one person that kind of makes sense was Bad Bunny, and I'm like, you know what?
But he hasn't
That
even
does
got Bad
make
Bunny
sense.
because he feuded against Bad Bunny.
Yeah, doesn't
Yeah,
make
but they
sense
were-
that now, mate.
They hated each
But
They
they're
other.
all
feuded.
being-
A
they're all
backlash.
But because if you're going that way, then you've got
Thank you
Savio
for-
Vega. Savio Vega and Bad Bunny.
But did they forget about a certain somebody that didn't have a match on Saturday but was there and likes to go, yay?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I went wild last night with the Eats. They were great. I had so much fun.
But you could have said
he
Jay
doesn't have
Uso.
no one
But
has
no,
his corner.
Because
Jey Uso.
Jay was in the
Yeah.
box. It had a few bevs.
Yeah, but he could have ran down.
Yeah, it's not
Fell over.
the first time somebody's ran through the crowd. You know, has there ever been wrestlers that have ever come?
I don't think so. You know, I think it's.
I think they were.
I think did Bad Bunny run through the crowd at one point?
With their group.
Wasn't it a group of 3 guys that all came through the crowd week after week?
Well, before that, there was 2 guys that did it week in week out, in Edge and Christian. They came through.
Isn't
the crowd.
there not somebody now that still comes through the crowd for his entrance?
Is there?
Not sure. I don't... Kenny Omega.
Answers on a postcard, guys. Answers on a postcard.
But yeah, so I just got in my mind to that because I'd seen them like explain it. I'm like, that does make a lot of sense. No,
Yeah,
I
Damien
like
Priest, Finn
Paul
Balor weren't great. It wasn't. The match was okay. I mean, people in the chat were saying it was awful, and it was the worst match they've seen.
It did its job.
Yeah, it didn't hit the heights of a normal singles match for a feud like that, but it did what it was supposed to do. Judgment Day came out to try and obviously distract Damien. They got
think
smacked
that
around
feud
as usual.
now. Finish that feud off. Put them in a cage.
Yeah.
What, Shark Cage?
Yeah, in that little shark cage. Put it in a ring.
Put them all in
Put
there.
them both in there until one's asleep on the floor. They just keep going.
No, because then they'll get somebody else coming back. Drake Maverick will come out and start joining them.
There's someone in there. I think it's like in Russia or something. There's like a YouTube channel where it's telephone box fight boxing.
Telephone box boxing.
Yeah, that
The 2
sounds like
fights
a
get put in a
boxing.
telephone box.
That's
It
Russia.
gets locked until one of them quits. They don't come out. There's rounds, obviously they stop, but they're literally just stuck in a telephone box punching shit. That's it. If Vince
I need to
McMahon was
watch
around, that would be being booked.
I need to watch that. Yeah, to be fair, if this was around, that would be bots.
Can-
Michael Hayes
can I-
fucking...
Can we just add a little like jeopardy into it? Can we have the telephone box on like hoisted up in the air as well? So you get in the telephone box, start scrapping, then it's hoisted as well, like Shark Tank style, and then they can't get out. They've got to finish it. There's no escaping them by getting out the door. Just saying. Oh no. Obviously.
You might as well just put a tank of water with sharks underneath it as well.
Yeah, let's do it.
Give him a fucking...
But no, a cage match or like you've been called for, Matt, like a 3 stages of hell sort of
3
thing.
stages of hell, man. We've not had one in ages. In WWE.
It needs something big to finish this now.
And I don't mean like a lemon eating contest like you get in New Japan or whatever it is. I mean like a proper 3 stages of hell. Like a
Delete that
singles,
match
tables,
alone.
Hell in a Cell or something.
I can't wait for the review. That's going in my top 10.
Fucking is, then you're getting the pistol.
You might not make it that far. Yeah, carry on.
We had Rhea and Liv.
Your review becomes before then, mate. So
Yeah.
It's been a good year. We've had fun.
It's questionable.
glad you've
Questionable.
enjoyed it.
Rhea defeated Liv Morgan by disqualification. Obviously, Dom was suspended above in a shark cage, which wasn't bolted, which they clearly shot.
which everybody noticed as he was going up because as he's lifting the doors, rattling its nuts off.
Yeah, there's
and then they
nothing
zoomed
there.
in on the bolt.
Like, if you're going to make it realistic, put a shit bolt on there that you can easily kick off or something. Do you know what I mean? Or, like,
Yeah.
got some bolts
Then
in
the
it.
little bolt across, but there was no locking
There's
it in.
nothing in it. It was just literally bolt done.
I still
Yeah.
think they missed an opportunity by not giving him some of the saucy nugs that they were advertising on the show.
Yeah,
And he
they
was just
should've done
sat
that, to be
there.
fair.
He's just sat there.
eating
He
saucy
sat there
nugs.
eating nugs, trying to get himself distracted because he doesn't like heights. And
Oh,
Yeah.
throwing him at Rhea to distract her.
yeah.
That's how he could have distracted the ref. Don't
Exactly.
put a
by
launch
throwing
nugget at
nuggets.
his head. And
Can you imagine if the ref turns around, goes to shout at him, and catches one in his mouth by accident? How nimble that would have been.
That'd be Roman Reigns.
Yeah, with the
Scott
mic.
Lesnar microphone moment
Yeah.
all over again.
That'd be sick. See,
It
we
would've
should,
been
But there you
so
go.
good.
That's how they missed that trick there. Should have had done with some saucy nugs, and he decides to launch him at the ref, hits the ref one. The ref turns around, shout him. Then Raquel rolls in,
yeah.
slams Rhea. There we go. We booked it there.
And that's adding advertisement into it as well.
I was making revenue from doing it.
See what I mean?
Trips,
It wasn't great. It was okay till the ending became a mess because the referee, as we said, called for the bell earlier than expected, but there was no way he could carry on with it because he clearly saw everything that was going on. Plus, when Rhea said, "I'm going to go and hit him with a kendo stick," he went, "Yeah, okay, no worries, go for it."
Yeah, here's the kendo stick.
Here's the kendo stick. Go do what you want. I'll turn a blind eye. Like
Dominic became a pinata.
Yeah, poor Dom. Poor Dom was
See
angry by
there,
his
once
foot.
again, saucy nugs. He could have been hanging upside down, hold these nugs, and she could have hit him. The nugs could have went everywhere.
Gone everywhere. And then Michael Cole goes, "No, saucy nugs all over." Do you know what I mean? Fucking poor. But yeah, Raquel Rodriguez made a comeback. We were talking about it because I saw it on Twitter that people were saying Raquel should come back and be a bodyguard for Liv. I don't know why Liv needs a bodyguard, but
I don't like it.
No, I
She
hate
doesn't.
They did it on Raw last
You
night.
said
the
it
way
on
they
Raw.
looked-
It's Mercedes Moné and Camille. And it's not.
Yeah,
needed.
it's China and Triple H.
Yeah.
They're literally making a look like a lackey for her, having her driving her in and stuff like that.
And
I
she
like
can't
Raquel.
drive. She can't drive.
That turning circle.
That turning circle was woeful.
I like Raquel. And obviously, the
I like
reason she's
Raquel.
off, I've got like a little connection because obviously the skin issue that she's off TV and stuff. So I've been really following her little journey on that. But to come back to be somebody's lackey, somebody that you fell out with before you went off on TV is lackey. And yeah, it's Camille Mercedes Moné again. That's a waste of the talent that could have feuded with Liv.
Yeah.
Instead.
Yeah. There's no need for it at all. And then we had not as long as the Hell in a Cell match. It got 25 minutes. Hell in a Cell got 31. But we had the main event. We had the Mega Powers, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns.
That's catching on, thank you.
He's catching them.
I liked it.
Against the Bloodline of Solo Sikoa and their version of the Tribal Chief, Jacob Fatu. Because Solo's not. It was slow to start off with. Like, they were toying, like, do you want Roman in? And the crowd are going, hey, OTC. And then they tag Roman in, and then Roman went, do you want Cody in? They're like, hey, Cody Rhodes. So they tag Cody in. Then they actually got him down to the wrestling. Jacob was obviously looked a fucking star, as he always does.
Do you know what? Jacob just showed how good he is because I would say, even performed better than Roman and Cody. Like,
yeah, definitely. I'd say that. Definitely.
Yep. And I said it on the live. The moment they put Roman and Jacob in a ring, 1-on-1, just release Solo. Just let him go.
Put him down in NXT.
Put him with Cesaro and Otis.
Oh, American Alpha, whatever they're called. No, I don't know what they're called.
The moment Jacob gets 1-on-1 with either Cody or Roman, forget about Solo being the tribal chief.
Yeah, I agree. There's no point in trying anymore.
It was fun. It was fun while it lasted, Solo.
Yeah.
Was it
You've
fun?
had a nice run.
Has it been fun?
It weren't fun at all.
The only good thing about it,
well, it's your tribal chief, isn't it? So.
It's not my tribal chief.
Well, yeah, that's what you said last night, mate. I'm just going off what you said. It got good at the end. As we were towards the end, Tonga and Tama came out. They were ringside, and then this guy slithered from under the ring. Weren't Randy Orton.
Neither Tama or
no one saw him. Weirdly,
Tama or Tonga seen this guy.
This Bloodline's really good because they don't use their eyes whatsoever. And the tribal chief isn't the real tribal chief; it's frigging Jacob. He slithered out in between them. Weirdly, didn't see him. Randy Orton.
I watched the clip of it back. Do you know what makes it even worse? That they didn't see him come out between him. That Solo is in the ring
and
in the middle of a fight and noticed him.
Yeah.
Now then, you bell ends. Look behind you, you prick.
Like, there's a guy in a hoodie and like a what do you call it, bandana?
Carver.
Bandana one he had over his face.
Yeah.
It took off his thing. Super kicked them both. Took off. It was Jimmy Uso who's returned, and then sort of Roman picked up the win. They got into the ring, and Roman said something like, "What did he say?"
You're like, that's the one, and it's like,
No, he said something. You've cut. You. He said something heartfelt, and Jimmy went, "I'm here for you." And
oh
then they
yeah,
hugged.
that's in the hooked. Yeah,
And then they hugged. Cody Rhodes was in the ring. They both walked out. We all thought that was it. Bloodline started beating up Cody. Jimmy's like, we need to go and help him. And Roman's like, we don't know what we're doing, really. And
Oh,
Jimmy's
Roman
like,
turned
we
around and
need
said, from right, when I listened to it, he turned around and said it was a one and
one
do
and
only.
done.
One
he
and
was
done, and Jimmy's
"But we
like,
need to
no,
go and
no,
help
no.
him." And then Roman, they both ran in and helped him. And then, unfortunately,
If
you smell... I know he was there before I even watched it because of Ted's reaction. He didn't even say he was there, but all I needed to know was that reaction he just did there, as we did the If You Smell, is what I saw, and I went, okay, Rock's back. The Rock came out, didn't say nothing, didn't do nothing, came out with his toy belt, counted to three, his music hit again, walked out.
Cut his throat and walked off.
Did a little thing on WWE.com on the short that they did, saying that he looked at a picture of Dusty Rhodes and said, "I love you, but I hate you, son." And I looked at Cena and went, "Go and get some Fruity Pebbles," and then walked off.
That was funny.
So that was Bad Blood. I gave it a 7.5. Now, after talking about it more, I'm probably going to put it down to a 7.
I'm between a 6.5 and a 7. If I give it a 7, it's a very weak 7.
Yeah, I agree.
A very weak 7.
The only two things that helped it was the Hell in a Cell was obviously major, and then Jimmy returning.
Yeah, Jimmy's return helps it a lot. The Hell in a Cell was good. Everything else was a bit sloppy. Everything else, I'd say, probably the best way to describe.
I feel like the Nia match wasn't sloppy. I thought that was very good.
The Nia's match was good.
Considering it's Nia, I thought that was good. I thought the sloppiness
everything
was
else other than
dog.
they had 3 matches then, so other than that, everything else felt a bit meh.
Yeah, it's a bit lackluster. Bailey Nia, we didn't need that again, but there's no one on Raw on SmackDown at the moment that you can see challenging Nia for anything till Charlotte or Bianca, which ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Charlotte or Bianca are free to do something. Damian Finn, I said it on the prediction video. I weren't looking forward to it. It died off. They gave him a couple of weeks off. Priest 1 week, Finn the other week. It died off. They shouldn't have given them weeks off. They should have just carried on doing what they're doing. And then Rhea and Liv it got messed up because of the whole thing at the end.
Yeah, it did, 100%.
And then the ending with The Rock was poor. Like, if you're going to bring Rock back, at least have him come in, stare down Roman Reigns, so then you're thinking, shit, he's got shit with Roman Reigns now because he's helped out Cody. And then him fucking rock bottom Cody Rhodes and walk out.
Well, there's people online clutching at straws in the 1, 2, 3. Is him teasing towards a fucking triple threat match. No.
Fuck off.
Oh, please,
it was him saying he's got power to put his music on whenever he wants.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's even worse.
That's fucking stupid saying that. Obviously, then as Ted went off, me and John stayed on for a little bit longer, and there was footage come out that Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Kevin Owens turned heel, and attacked Cody Rhodes. Now we were all saying, well, why is it not done on TV? It's come out saying that Triple H wanted it done on social media, so it seemed like it was a legit thing, and then Owens was upset and people would record it and get it out there because it would go faster than waiting for it to happen on SmackDown.
I
got a week.
want to go on record and say, in the Triple H reign, that's the best thing he's done.
Yeah, I agree. Well, second best thing.
No, I'd say 100% the best thing he's done.
Best thing they did at WrestleMania.
Creatively, the best idea that he's done. Let that grow naturally. The way if you break down the fight as well, it didn't look like a wrestling fight. It looked like a genuine fight because Cody was covering himself up like he's just been jumped. It wasn't the usual stuff. Kev did a really good job of trying to make everything bound first punch look like it actually landed and hurt him. it was really well done. Not a camera in sight.
Yep.
Other than the fans up on the bridge. No audio was captured, or they weren't shouting, so people could hear what they were saying. Conversation. I genuinely think that's the best bit of creative that Triple H has done.
Yep. I agree. It was good.
It
was done well.
Locking in on what that happens every day.
Yeah.
Social media gets things. Social media will get something out quicker than put it on TV.
That's got more views on a short on WWE YouTube than The Rock returning. As of yesterday. I've not checked today. But
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's got more views. I think it was Sean Ross Sapp on Twitter said that it's got more views than The Rock returning on Bad Blood.
Yeah, well,
because everyone's wanting to see the Kevin Owens heel turn for ages, and now we've got it.
Oh, Matt, I'm off for. Sorry, I'm off for Crown Jewel. I've booked the day off.
Yeah, we both booked it off on the same day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Recording a video and we booked it off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
It's alright. So yeah, coming away from Bad Blood, and where are we about the time? We're coming away from Bad Blood. Raw last night, 2 hours. How'd you find it?
I enjoyed it, but I'm going to hold judgment on it for a few weeks. So we'll give it a few weeks, and then we'll evaluate how it's gone, because next week's is pre-recorded, so I sort of know who's getting on there. Not saying anything on here. If you want, I'll try and find if he's when we finish recording. We'll hold judgment on it for a few weeks to see how it works out for the superstars and how they work it out. But I enjoyed it. It's very fast paced. It's on a reaction side of streaming as well. It's great because we're not going to bed at 4:00. I enjoyed the fast pacedness of it all. Enjoyed less pointless promos. Everything was clean cut as well. So we, instead of getting a promo where it was a bit sloppy, it was all pre-recorded promos, very clean cut. It was really good. I did enjoy it last night. I think it helped last night though, the standard of matches we had as well. I mean, we opened up with a title match. We ended with a title match. The only match that wasn't a title match was the women's match in the middle. And what else was it? So we had Jay Xavier, 10 women's tag match. Going for Sammy.
You had Punk come out and say he doesn't know about his future.
Yeah,
Rollins
Punk
come out and say talk about Bronson Reed.
Yeah, Punk came out.
Sheamus done in a Donnybrook match.
Yeah. Oh, we had a Donnybrook match, obviously, a match I can't remember.
Yeah.
He's done a thing backstage, though, acknowledging Pete Dunne as Pete and not calling him Butch no more.
No. That's nice.
That's like a little vignette of like a passing the torch as such to that. I enjoyed it. But let's say we'll see how it goes in a few weeks, and maybe come back and talk about the 2 hour shows in a few weeks. Give them time.
I wasn't very skeptical about the 2 hour show now with the amount of people that are on Raw. I enjoyed it last night. I was glad to see they got the women's tag stuff in, even though we know it's not going to be 5-star Dave Meltzer. But I'm glad they got them in some way or another, because that's what I'm scared of that side of things. As much of the matches aren't very long, they got some TV time. And yes, it was shoved into a 10-man tag, or 10-woman tag, or 10-person tag, sorry. I was a bit iffy on it, but like you said, give it a couple of weeks, let's see what happens. There was no American Made last night. No White 6. There was a little thing during the Karrion Kross thing.
There's that extra hour thing that's going on, the aftercast.
So the 3 hours over in the UK, TNT have still got a 3 hour contract with WWE. Obviously, it's gone to 2 hours. I forgot to mention this to you fellas as well. After the show, they're going to get Raw Talk that's normally on the WWE Network after Raw. That is going on to TNT for the UK people. So if you want to check out what normally happens on WWE Network, you can watch it on TNT straight after Raw if you want to stay up an extra hour. If you don't, then you...
So a lot of them people like American Made, Damage Control stuff were on that with promos.
Oh, well, they're doing promos on that. So that's probably why they're doing that then. That's fine.
So they're giving him the time on there to build up the promos then for the following week.
No Rey Mysterio, though.
Good. He's still looking for his mask after Xavier.
Good.
Wrapped it off him.
Good. Again, still the first time, and it won't be the last time he has his mask ripped off.
It gets his mask ripped off every fucking... at least every 5 years. Honestly. I know what he looks like at this point. But yeah, no, fair dues.
Has he had it ripped off in the last two, at least twice in the last 12 months?
Yeah, Dom did it. Dom's done it.
Xavier did it, didn't.
Xavier's done it. I'm sure Roman
Escobar
did it in 2021. Escobar's done it at some point. Roman did it in 2021. It happens all the time to him. At one point, you'd probably go, do you know what? I'll come to the ring in the mask and then I'll just wrestle without it. There's no point. It gets ripped off me. And plus, everyone's seen my face in WCW, so... Fucking hell. But yeah, no.
He is actually meant to wrestle without a mask because he lost a mask versus
once you lose it, you're not allowed to... Well, yeah, once you lose it, you're not allowed to put it back on, are you? So...
Yeah. So... Rules. But no, it was alright. Gone for Sammy match. Yeah. I'm alright with either way because it means we're not getting gone for Goldberg. Right yet. Because that is coming. It's coming.
Rumble.
I thought we were going to get it for Crown Jewel, and that's where they were going to book it in for Sammy.
UK. Oh, we're going to get gone for Goldberg in the UK for Extreme Rules. The winner faces Goldberg for the title. Yeah.
Don't fucking start. Please God.
Can you imagine that being advertised? Goldberg.
If that's booked, mate, I'm not buying tickets.
I'm still going because
it's put me off buying a ticket.
Still Elimination Chamber. What's the Elimination Chamber?
No, it'll be one of the other Saudi shows.
They'll have to wait till next July then. There's not one.
They'll squeeze one in somewhere.
They'll have a
super
job.
shimmer.
They'll have a job. They've got February. They've got Royal Rumble. Then they've got Elimination Chamber. And then they've got the big build up to WrestleMania. They have.
What's in January?
So this is what I thought that thing was for Fastlane, because between November and January, after Survivor Series, you have nothing, because the Royal Rumble's been moved from January to first of Feb.
You've got nothing left.
Eh?
You've got nothing left.
I got nothing backups. So I think they'll stick a day one in there. They'll stick a day one in there. I think
it'll be Saudi.
No, it won't be Saudi.
I'm sure they do 2 shows a year at Saudi.
They do. July, which was King of the Queen of the Ring this year. They always have one in June and July, and they always have one in November.
Yeah, well, they can switch it around. They
used to have 4. And then they changed it to 3, and now they've cut it down to 2. Because apparently some people don't want it to happen, so they've cut it down to 2.
Not surprised if that's where it's booked.
I'd be very surprised. I'd be very surprised.
They've got that WWE experience now and stuff over, haven't they? So they're going to try and get out there as much as they can.
No. But it'll still be the 2 shows. Because it's not only that, you've got to run it by, you've got to do travel expenses and shit. And if you're only doing 2 shows a year, you got to try and fucking... Plus over Christmas as well, New Year. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there won't be another Saudi show. The next one will be June. They'll fit something in. They had the specials, didn't they, like Dynamite does? They had the specials at New Year. What did they call it? Raw Day 1. And they called it SmackDown New Year's Resolution last year.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
so that's what they'll do. They'll make them pay-per-view-esque. They'll have titles on the line and special matches.
I can't believe Saturday night main events of pay-per-view.
So they have, they've got main event. There you go. That's the pay-per-view. They got main event. The main event.
Main event.
They've got that. So that's the pay-per-view.
If Mark Henry come out and announce that.
Imagine if he does. That'd be wild funny.
It'd be great.
But no, I don't think there's anything else to cover this week.
No.
Wrestle Dream at the weekend. Obviously, we've mentioned it will be live. There will be a prediction video coming later in the week, so look out for that. We will be live here and over on TikTok. Wrestling Fellas Pod on TikTok. You can see behind us. Also, don't forget we are affiliated with EuroShop. With the links in the description below. If you want to go do any of the merch, and if the new merch is released, hit there as well. I will say though, if you are a bigger lad like us, or a bigger person like us, Fanatics website's got a little bit more on it than bigger people. And they have a bigger tall range, so head there as well. Don't worry about our link if you need to go to Fanatics. But yeah, I think that's it, isn't it, this week?
Yep.
Don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, comment. Let us know what you thought of Bad Blood on there. Obviously, top 5s are out. Change Our Minds out. So yeah, get involved on the channels. And Matt's live Wednesday night. Tonight. Yeah. Is it tonight? Wednesday morning, tonight. Tuesday night, depending on where you are for NXT. And then he'll be live again on Friday for SmackDown. Over on TikTok. TikTok exclusives, them ones. Head across to there as well.
Jey Uso's on NXT tonight. It's just been announced.
Is it?
Yep.
Ooh.
With Sexy Red.
I may as well put it on here. I'll be doing a little bit of streaming next week. I am helping my friend do a Phasmophobia stream. So I'll be over on the Ted the Tank AC Twitch channel if anyone wants to come and see Ted get scared out of his mind playing some Phasma.
And I'm unfortunately playing Alien.
You did that one yourself.
I know. Well, do you know what? Once I did it, and then I found out I could. I'm glad I'm doing that actually, not the mortuary assistant, because I'd be more scared of the mortuary assistant.
Yeah, the way you did that, you told us that Alien was the only game that made a jump, and then we all voted, and then you showed us mortuary assistant. And like,
mate, nah, there was no way I could do that on stream. I'd be too scared. It's like Outlast. I couldn't do that on stream. Alien's fine, just about. We'll see, but we're starting that this week.
Streaming it in the daytime.
Yeah, with people in my room.
Yeah, when your mum's at home.
Yeah, I've got my mum and my sisters in my room, so I've got someone with me.
Good pick.
Yeah,
good
so they head to see the guy stream. Obviously, got one up Matt 89, and then Ted the Tank. You got any numbers at the end of that, Ted?
88, innit?
88. It is 88.
Ted the Tank 88. Go and give him a follow over on Twitch. Over there. I might stream one day. I don't know. I'm waiting on someone building me a desk, so it's fine.
It'll come at the same time as the Mr. McMahon documentary.
I've had a chat with that person, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, till next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Yay.
Please tell me